Hello everyone. Today we will have obstetric lecture and we will study about twin pregnancy. uh, till now we had studied various types of diseases, medical diseases and surgical diseases during pregnancy. Now we will study the abnormal pregnancies. The pregnancy that means a normal development of fetus and embryo. In that there is a single embryo which grow during pregnancy. Whenever there is development of more than one fetus, that is multiple pregnancy, and in twin pregnancy there is development of two fetus. There are two fetus, growth of two fetus or two babies in gravid uterus, and that is called as twin pregnancy. That is development of more than one embryo. Rather it is development of two babies in gravid uterus, and that we called as twin pregnancy. So that is twin pregnancy. And causes of twin pregnancy, mainly it is related with maternal factors. Twin pregnancy usually is depending on some reasons where age is concerned, usually seen at advanced age. Usually seen at multipara patient. As parity increases, chances of twins also increases. So parity, age, previous history of twins, family history of twins, especially from her maternal side, or if she is one of the twin baby, then chances of twin pregnancy are increased. So family history, that is very important. Next is ovulation induction drugs. Patient who are taking treatment for infertility, whenever she is on ovulation induction drugs or artificial ovulation, she is taking treatment for infertility, then at that time there is chances to develop because of the ovulation induction, there may be multiple ovulation and chances of twin pregnancy are increased. So patients with these treatment for infertility and especially taking ovulation induction drugs. So these are some factors which are commonly associated with the twin pregnancy. Other factors are mainly it is unknown. In some female it is in the absence of family history, in the absence of past history, in the absence of ovulation induction drugs. So twin pregnancy can happen in general condition also. Other things are mainly it is also it is seen in patients with previous history, as we had seen. If that lady have previous twin pregnancy, then chances of twin pregnancy are increased. So these are some causes for twins twin pregnancy. Now types of twin pregnancy, there are mainly two types of twins, dizygotic and monozygotic twins. Monozygotic twins, usually it is resulting monozygotic and dizygotic. Monozygotic twins is a result of fertilization of single ovum, and after fertilization of the single ovum with sperm, there is mitotic division, and because of the division of this fertilized single ovum, two separate embryos or two separate fetus develops, but it is because of the fertilization of single ovum they are called as monozygotic, because zygote is single, and then by the division it becomes separate and there is separate growth of two babies. So it is monozygotic twins, and the term is usually called as identical twins. Usually whenever we see twins, either they are very similar to each other or they are different with each other. So whenever it is monozygotic, they are very identical, they looks very identical or similar. So that is monozygotic. Second type is dizygotic twins. Dizygotic twins, usually it result by the fertilization of two separate ovums with a sperm. Two separate ovums are fertilized by sperm, and two separate zygote and embryo and fetus develop. So they are non-identical, they are not similar with each other. So that is dizygotic twins. Usually it is seen in the ovulation induction drugs, because there is development of two separate ovums because of the increased dose, or maybe because of multiple fertilization. There is two separate ovums, and because of the fertilization of two separate ovums, usually there is dizygotic twins. So two types of twins commonly seen. One is monozygotic and second is dizygotic. Monozygotic is because of the fertilization of single ovum with sperm, but it is because of the mitotic division, two separate ovum or embryo develops. In dizygotic, it is separate fertilization, two separate ovum fertilized with the sperm. So that is dizygotic twins. Difference between monozygotic twin and dizygotic twin is mainly placenta. We have already know about the placenta structure and placenta, umbilical cord and other things we had studied. Baby have the important structure which is placenta, which is attached to the uterus and it supplies all the things to baby. So placenta is single for monozygotic twins. The babies are connected with a single placenta because it is developed from the single zygote. So there is growth of only one placenta. So in monozygotic there is single placenta. In dizygotic twins, as it is two separate zygote and they have two separate placentas. Okay. Then other things are usually sex of babies. They are identical in monozygotic, either they are both boys and both girls or both girls, but in dizygotic sex may be different, one boy one girl may be seen. Blood group is usually different for twins, but may be similar in monozygotic, and it is always different for dizygotic twins. Usually fingerprints are different for both monozygotic as well as dizygotic. Similarity is usually seen in monozygotic as they are identical, they are grown up from the single embryo or common embryo, and dizygotic they are different from each other, they are non-identical, so they are not similar with each other. This is about monozygotic and dizygotic twins. Detailed description about the placenta, amnion membrane, chorion membrane is given in your textbook, but it is not expected, so I am not going in detail for that. Just for our knowledge, placenta is single for monozygotic and it is separate for dizygotic. Amniotic layer and other things are in detail given in your book, so interested students can refer the textbook. Or else for our knowledge, types of twins and clinical features or difference between the monozygotic and dizygotic is enough. Now the clinical features of twin pregnancy. Mainly patient complains of, because twin pregnancy it is related term with babies, but the term which is expressed by the mother. So twin pregnancy means development of two babies but expressed by the mother. So patient will complain of, she will not complain I have two babies and these are the clinical features. The complaints are usually normal. In initial days there are no particular complaint. For early ANC profile or early ANC checkup, we doesn't feel whether she is twin pregnancy or it is a single pregnancy, but after USG we can confirm the diagnosis that there are two babies or whether it is a single pregnancy or twin pregnancy. So mainly complaints are, there is initially there is increased nausea and vomiting because of the increased level of HCG hormone. Patient have excessive nausea, vomiting. Patient may have cardiorespiratory distress or dyspnea because of the increased weight. Patient have dyspnea, patient have palpitations, sweating. So these are irrelevant features actually. It is not related with the twins. That is, twins are not expressed by the dyspnea and sweating and other things, but it is because of the increased weight. So in early pregnancy, there is just increased nausea, vomiting, there may be palpitations, dyspnea, the sweating, or sometimes pain in abdomen, increased weight sensation, or there is increased sensation of heaviness in abdomen, heaviness in chest. These are the things which can be seen in early trimester. In mid trimester, after 3 to 4 months, patient have this increased distress, dyspnea, patient have excessive palpitations, sensation of heaviness particularly. These are the things which are seen in the mid trimester. In last or in late trimester, last trimester, there is severe dyspnea, distress, patient have heaviness, sensation of heaviness in abdomen, chest, patient have pain in abdomen and increased weight. These are the things which can be seen in late trimester. So these are the symptoms which are seen in twin pregnancy, and on examination in initial phase we can examine the patient, and usually there is anemia because of the growth of two babies. Patient have clinical features of anemia, so maybe anemia is seen. Patient have maybe increased blood pressure because of the twins. PIH can develop, so increased blood pressure, increased pulse rate. These are the general findings which can be seen in initial initial trimester, early 3 months, but we cannot palpate twins, or we cannot confirm the diagnosis by clinical examination. So we have to advise for USG, and by USG we can diagnose the twin pregnancy in early trimester. In mid trimester, on examination we can palpate the two baby parts, I mean two separate heads of baby, two buttocks of baby, similar parts at different sides. So twins can be palpated, FHS can be heard at two different sides. These are the things. General examination, PIH is usually seen with the twin pregnancy, so hypertension can be diagnosed, edema can be seen on extremities, anemia can be associated with twins. So these are the findings which we can see in mid trimester. In late trimester, of course, twins can be visible on examination, inspection also. We can see the twin babies, two heads at different poles, two buttocks at different poles, and FHS at two different sides can be seen. Anemia is usually seen. 70 to 80% females are anemic. Usually in normal pregnancy also anemia is very common, but in twin pregnancy, because of the increased absorption, she may have anemia. Hypertension is also associated, and edema is there because of increased weight. Usually there is edema on lower extremity, pitting type of edema is seen. These are the clinical features. FHS at two different sites is very important thing. We can heard FHS at two different poles, and for confirmation we do the investigation, that is USG. We do all the routine investigation. For ANC checkup we follow all the protocols for normal ANC. Twin pregnancy is not a disease or not a disorder, but it is a different presentation. So all the normal things are included in this also, and along with that we do USG for proper monitoring of the baby, because whenever there is growth of two babies, there are chances of growth retardation of single baby, there may be growth retardation of both babies, chances of death of one baby. Other chances are also there, abnormalities in babies. So for inspection of the babies or for monitoring the growth of baby, we advise repeated USGs. Normally we advise 3 to 4 USGs in normal pregnancy, but in twin pregnancy, depending on patient's age, patient's parity, history, we advise the USGs. More than 5 to 6 USGs are advised for checking the growth of baby. So these are the things which we do as an investigation or as the confirmation for twin pregnancy. Other investigations which are needed are depending on the condition. If patient have hypertension, we suggest the investigation according to that. If patient has Rh negative plus twin pregnancy, we advise the investigation. If patient is diabetic with twins, investigations are associated with that. So for normal for twin pregnancy, all the investigations advised in ANC, normal ANC, along with the conditions which are associated with twins, investigation depend on that condition. Now we will come for complications of this twin pregnancy. Complication of pregnancy, as we had discussed, there are chances of various types of complication because of the twin. We can assume, now you can assume there is growth of two babies in single gravid uterus. Instead of growth of one baby, there is development of two babies. Now there should be proper supply of nutrients, blood and other required things to baby. For that, mother should be properly, mother should have proper adequate diet. She should have normal hemoglobin and other iron content and other things. So for that we have to maintain her general condition. So in twin pregnancy, usually in Indian or in any Asiatic females, there are chances of development of anemia particularly. for the twin pregnancy. And if there is improper supply of nutrient and other things to baby, chances of growth retardation, congenital malformations are commonly seen in babies, especially in twin babies. So, depending on the condition, there are complications of twin pregnancy. Main complication is first complication is abortion, miscarriage. In initial days only, if patient is heavy worker, patient have excessive work strain during pregnancy, and if there is growth of two babies, then chances of abortion or miscarriage. That is the first complication, first and very common complication. Second is intrauterine death of baby because of lack of support and lack of nutrition and lack of other things to baby. There is death of both the babies or single baby. So IUD, intrauterine death of baby. Both babies are dead or a single baby is dead. So that is the second complication. Next is fetal anomalies or fetal malformations. There may be a growth of a single baby which is normal and other baby which is retarded, or both babies are growth retarded, IUGR babies, or both babies have malformation. Either single baby is normal and other one is malformed, or any anomaly, or both are malformed babies. Chances of stillbirth, both babies are dead after birth. Chances of fetal asphyxia during labor if it is not properly managed, asphyxia and death of baby. These are the complications which are usually seen. There is sometimes discordant twin, that is the complication, that means there is discoordination between twins. One baby is normally grown and other one is not grown properly. So there is discoordination between two babies. Growth of normal, growth of single baby or one baby which is at normal criteria and other one is not properly grown. So discordant twins. These are the main. Other one is premature baby. Baby is born with premature things. So premature birth, that is the complication. Intrauterine death of baby we had seen. Twin transfusion syndrome, that is the complication we had. You must knowing about this twin transfusion syndrome. Both babies are arteriovenous anastomosis in between them. So there is transfusion in between two babies. So there is twin transfusion syndrome. They are fused at the heart level. So there is arteriovenous anastomosis and that syndrome is called as twin transfusion syndrome. Other one is locked twins. Twins, when there is growth of two babies, the babies may be locked with each other, that is called as locked twins. Other one is cord prolapse because of the excessive growth or excessive length of cord, umbilical cord, this cord may be prolapsed. So these are various types of complications of this fetal complications. Maternal complications are, first one is miscarriage, abortion, hypertension, PIH, gestational diabetes because of this twin, anemia as very common complication, hydramniosis, excessive amniotic fluid, oligohydramniosis, that is very less amniotic fluid, preterm labor, premature delivery, antepartum hemorrhage, that is APH, because of the twin, chances of APH are also increased. Other cardiovascular complications, dyspnea, palpitation, cardiovascular arrest and heart block and maybe cardiac arrest. Patient may have chances of death because of cardiac arrest. Prolonged labor during delivery because there are twin, this is a twin delivery, so we have to do the delivery for both babies. So timing is increased, that is called as prolonged labor, and because of increased timing patient may be exhausted, and because of increased bleeding and other thing patient can go in shock and there may be death. After delivery also postpartum hemorrhage, that is PPH, excessive bleeding after delivery, chances of uterine rupture and other complications after delivery. These are the complications related to mother. Other things are in twin pregnancy, there are different types of presentations of twin. There may be twins which are bridge presentation. First one is, that means both babies are presented by buttocks. Vertex presentation, both babies are presented by their head or vertex. Next is one baby bridge, second one is vertex. Next is one baby is transverse, second one is vertex or bridge. That means one is transverse, one is longitudinal. So these types of presentations are seen. There is one complication related to this twin, that is both the babies or twins are fused at different levels. So they are called as thoracopagus, that means twins are fused at the thorax. Craniopagus, that means twins are fused at the cranium. Then pyopagus, that means they are fused at the sacrum. So these are various types of fusing of the twins. They are fused at different levels. So these are the complications, different types of presentations and various types of complications related to mother and fetus. Now, antenatal management of this twin pregnancy, which is very important. We have to give her proper antenatal care, as we had discussed. Because of the growth of two babies in a single uterus, patient may have deficient diet and other things during her ANC. So we have to give her proper ANC care, and this care starts from her diet. So we advise the proper diet for twin pregnancy, and diet is usually increased dietary supplement is needed for increased energy supply because of the increased demand from baby, as there is development of two babies. So increased dietary supplement is advised. Balanced diet which should be in increased form. Along with the diet, we should have to give some supplements because the demand is increased, and supplementary diet is given in the form of iron, folic acid, calcium, B complex. These types of supplementary things which we add for diet and proper supplement during ANC. Next, we advise for proper rest during this, because as there is development of two babies and because of the increased demand, there is also need to be proper rest by the mother, so that growth of babies can be normally. We should advise for bed rest, which should be at home, and work should be minimized, and total bed rest is advised in some cases, and in normal cases usually bed rest is advised, and normal work or light work is advised for the during ANC for twin pregnancy. These things which we advise for twin pregnancy and other things which we do for normal ANC checkups and other guidance is routinely given for ANC profile, as other dietetic things, other hygienic things, all other things are advised as in normal ANC. Only additional diet, supplement and supplementary diet and proper rest without any heavy exertion or stress, heavy work, these things should be advised. Now, during labor, management of twin during labor is quite difficult, because labor is depending on the presentation of twins. If twins are locked, means one twin is transverse and other is vertex or bridge, they get locked with each other, and then the labor is not possible. It is called as obstructed labor. So in that condition, we have to advise for cesarean, or else if presentation is one bridge, one vertex, or both babies are vertex, normal delivery can be possible depending on the condition and size and weight of baby, parity of mother, and many other things are there. High risk factors like blood pressure, diabetes, bad obstetric history, previous cesarean, previous surgeries, previous twins, all other things should be considered, and the mode of delivery should be decided. So usually for twin pregnancy, in 80 to 85% cesarean is advised. But in few cases where baby size is average and the babies are average weight, then normal vaginal delivery can be possible, but it should be under proper guidance. Patient should be admitted, and before the onset of labor, she should get admitted in hospital, and other things, first stage of labor should be carefully monitored. FHS of baby, fetal heart sounds, are carefully monitored. Both babies are carefully watched with USG. Maternal parameters like blood pressure, uterine contraction, dilatation, all things that should be monitored, and if there is progress of labor, then vaginal delivery can be conducted, but for twin pregnancy, this delivery is usually assisted delivery by the use of forceps or ventilus. But in most of the cases, usually twin turns to be cesarean. So vaginal delivery is only possible when baby size is average and average weight of baby. Vaginal delivery could be possible with proper guidance and with proper assistance. After delivery also, episiotomy is given, which is large episiotomy, and suturing should be done properly, dressing should be done, painkillers, antibiotics, IV fluids, because there is a sudden decrease in the amniotic fluid volume and sudden loss of weight. So patient can go in hypovolemic shock. So maintenance of the general condition of patient should be done immediately after delivery also. These things are advised during management of twin. After delivery also, proper supervision for PPH, postpartum hemorrhage, should be done because twin delivery usually terminates into postpartum hemorrhage, that is excessive bleeding after delivery. So careful supervision till 8 to 10 days after delivery is advised. Again, after delivery also, proper diet, supplementary diet and proper rest, that is PNC advice. Like ANC, we give the PNC advice for twins, especially because there is increased demand in maternal circulation because of the growth of two babies. So that is twin pregnancy. Just to summarize the things, in twin pregnancy we had studied there is development of two babies in gravid uterus, and this is monozygotic and dizygotic. Monozygotic is usually results from the fertilization of ovum with sperm, and by mitotic division two fetus develops from single embryo. A dizygotic twins, that means fertilization of two separate ovums with sperm. It is separate development of ovum and sperm, and two separate embryos develops. Because monozygotic is a result of a single embryo, it have a single placenta, and dizygotic have two different placentas. Monozygotic twins are usually identical, they look similar to each other, and dizygotic are not similar with each other. Usually sex of babies in monozygotic is similar, dizygotic usually sex of baby is different. Blood group monozygotic blood group of babies may be similar, but for dizygotic blood group is different. Fingerprints always different for monozygotic as well as for dizygotic. Ovulation induction drug is usually effective, or it is because monozygotic twins and dizygotic twins can be developed because of use of ovulation induction drugs, but it is more commonly seen in dizygotic twins. Causes of twins are maternal age, parity, previous history, family history, and ovulation induction drugs, treatment for infertility. These are some possible causes for twin pregnancy. Clinical features are initially patient does not have much more complaints, but in from mid-trimester patient have dyspnea, stress, heaviness, pain in abdomen. Patient may have palpitations, sweating, sensation of heaviness in chest, abdomen, sometimes pain, excessive weight gain, sometimes edema. In first trimester, patient may have nausea, vomiting with that, and other symptoms are usually mild. But in the late trimester or third trimester, patient have severe dyspnea, palpitations, sweating, swelling on the legs, edema, peteral edema, and heaviness in abdomen, heaviness in chest, repeated attacks of dyspnea, palpitations with heaviness feeling, sensation of heaviness, and pain in abdomen. Of course, because of overstretching, there is pain in abdomen. On examination, initially general examination is usually normal, but in from mid to late trimester, patient may have hypertension, that is PIH, pregnancy induced hypertension. Some females may develop gestational diabetes, that is diabetes during pregnancy. Anemia is very common because increased demand. Patient may have low hemoglobin, so anemia, signs of anemia. Per abdomen, fetal poles are palpable, two different poles at two different sites, and FHS at two different sites. Fetal heart sounds can be heard at two different sites. Excessive weight gain and size of uterus is enlarged, and it is more than the date which is expected. Two fetal parts are seen as well as it is palpable. So obvious clinical examination from mid to last trimester. Investigations, we advise all the routine investigation plus USG for monitoring of baby, for watching the growth of baby, as well as for maternal well-beingness. and fetal well-beingness. So depending on the condition, USGs are advised. All other investigations as routine, we advise all the blood, urine investigations and other things. Complications of twin pregnancy, fetal complications are usually it is abortion, miscarriage, premature birth, preterm babies, IUGR babies, fetal abnormalities, anomalies, discordant twins, no coordination or different coordination between twins. One baby is normal, other one is IUGR or growth retarded. Intrauterine death of babies, stillbirths, death after delivery, asphyxia during this pregnancy, cord prolapse, locked twins, discordant twins, twin transfusion syndrome. There is arteriovenous anastomosis, that is twin transfusion. These are complications of fetus. Maternal complications are excessive nausea, vomiting, so maybe a patient can go in shock. Anemia, pregnancy-induced hypertension, diabetes, polyhydramniosis, oligohydramniosis, preterm labor, malpresentations, antepartum hemorrhage, that is APH, bleeding during pregnancy, dyspnea, palpitation, cardiovascular complications, cardiac arrest. During labor, prolonged labor, labor is prolonged for more than expected period. Postpartum hemorrhage after delivery, these are maternal complications. Fetal complication or different term for twin pregnancy is conjoined twins. Twins are joined at the different areas. In that craniopagus, that means they are fused at cranium. Thoracopagus, that means they are fused at thorax. Pyopagus, they are fused at the sacrum. So these are the terms which are related with twin pregnancy, and they are actually abnormality which is commonly seen or which is seen in the twin pregnancy. Presentations are both twins are bridge, both twins are vertex, both twins are either one vertex, either one bridge, one transverse, one bridge, one transverse, one vertex. So these are different presentations of twins. Management, twin pregnancy management starts from ANC. In ANC, we advise for proper diet, rest, supplements, supplement in the form of additional diet as well as in the form of medicines like folic acid, iron, calcium, B complex, etc. And for labor management, delivery management is related with the condition of mother as well as baby. Usually cesarean is advised. If babies are small sized or average size, average weight, vaginal delivery could be tried, but with proper supervision and with proper assistance. That is about twin pregnancy.